Have you ever looked around and felt like everyone else is busy building a we, while you're still living as a me? Maybe you've stayed single longer than people expect. Maybe you've heard the questions, the jokes, the quiet pity. The world keeps saying love is the prize, so staying single can feel like you're doing life wrong. But what if that's not true? In this video, we'll gently step into the inner world, the real psychology of people who choose to stay single. The fear of being alone, yet also being afraid of commitment, is a quiet tug-of-war inside many hearts. People who stay single often live right in that space between two fears, the fear of an empty bed and the fear of a life they no longer recognize once they tie themselves to someone else. Are they lost, or simply more honest with themselves? Society doesn't make it easy. In movies, in music, in casual conversations, love is painted as the ultimate prize. Be chosen, be coupled, be complete. And when you're not, the labels come softly but sharply. Inadequate, immature, not there yet. People who stay single begin to wonder, am I broken or just different? So many step into relationships not out of desire but out of duty. Not out of love, but out of fear. They stay because leaving feels like failing, because being single feels like admitting something is wrong. Psychologists call this normative pressure, the invisible script that tells you what is right, what is normal, what is acceptable. But what if what is right for society is not right for you? To understand people who remain single, we must first ask this question. Then consider how they find connection in their own way. After questioning the pressure to couple up, we begin to see something softer about people who stay single. They are not islands, they are archipelagos. Their lives are built from many small bridges, to friends, to family, to colleagues, threads of connection in different colors. Do we need one person to be our lover, our therapist, our best friend? Psychology reminds us that the need for connection is flexible, not fixed. We feel safer and more grounded when support comes from many directions instead of a single source. When our emotional weight rests on one pair of shoulders, love can start to feel heavy, narrow, lonely. This is emotional over-reliance. Too many hopes, too few holders. People who stay single often sense this early. Rather than pouring everything into one relationship, they learn to water several gardens. A late-night friend, a trusted sibling, a kind co-worker. Different people, different roles, different forms of intimacy. Their social world grows wider, preparing them for the next question. Who am I when the noise fades and I am alone with myself? Some people who stay single are not running away from love. They are walking toward themselves. Psychology suggests that those with a strong sense of independence feel more at home in singlehood because they value one thing above all, the freedom to choose. To choose their work, to choose their rhythm, to choose their future, without asking, will this upset someone else? Being single becomes an open field where they can try, fail, change their minds. New careers, new cities, new routines, all can be explored without the pressure of compromise, without the fear of holding someone back. In that space, life turns into a series of experiments rather than obligations, a path of curiosity rather than duty. Over time, this freedom shapes something deeper, clarity. Clarity about what they believe, what they need, what they will no longer accept. Psychologists call this self-concept clarity, knowing your outline, your own colors. When you are no longer bending around another person's expectations, something else grows, self-trust. The ability to soothe yourself, to organize your days, to stay steady in chaos. This inner stability is not loud, but it becomes the ground they stand on when life or love arrives. Despite its strengths, being single is not a perfect sanctuary. People who stay single walk through their own weather, nights when the phone stays dark, days when the empty chair at the table stares back, evenings when the silence in the room feels heavier than the bed you sleep in. No shared rent, no shared plans, no shared "what do we do now?" Humans are wired for warmth, for a hand reaching across the couch, for a message that says, "Did you get home safe?" When that softness is missing, it's easy to reach for almost love, for half promises, for convenient intimacy. Situationships, casual texts, late night calls. They can feel like thin blankets on a winter night. They cover something, but they rarely warm. Psychologists call this avoidant coping, filling the calendar, filling the bed, filling the chat box, so you don't have to sit with deeper fears, deeper needs, deeper ache. And yet, with no partner to blame, people who stay single must look in the mirror and admit, if I am unhappy, I have to change something. That truth can sting, can stretch, can scare, but slowly, it also teaches them how to stay gently with themselves. Intentionally staying single is not a rejection of love. It is a quiet decision to grow roots before reaching for someone else's hand. People who stay single learn to build their own worth, day by day, choice by choice, mistake by mistake. They get to know their triggers, their limits, their soft spots. With that inner maturity, they become more selective, not colder, clearer, not closed. They know which kind of love aligns with their values, which kind of touch respects their boundaries, which kind of presence feels like home. And if the right person appears, they are not afraid to open the door, because true readiness is this: being able to share your life without abandoning yourself. A steady self, a steady heart, a steady path. In the end, their aim is simple: to be whole alone, and if love comes, to remain whole together, still authentically themselves. If this spoke to a part of you that rarely gets heard, you're not alone. On this channel, we explore the quiet psychology behind love, loneliness, staying single, and building a life that actually feels like yours. If you want more gentle, deep dives like this, hit subscribe, leave a comment about where you are on your journey, and let's keep growing together. Single, healing, or in love, but always more aware.